Hey, what's up guys? This is Paul with pipelinemoney.com, and in today's video, I want to share with you 3 things that all successful people do. And I'm going to share this with you in the form of a little story that happened over this last weekend. And I think this can be really powerful for you if you decide to tune in, pay attention, and watch this video. But before I get into the content, I did want to just give a quick shout out to some folks who have been commenting on my YouTube videos. I wanted to shout out Todd Geese, Kevin Sousa, Evan Scoresby, Gregory Lukasic, Peter Tinsley, Glenda DeDong, and Bill Shoemaker. Also, Amy Starr Allen comes to mind. Some really awesome people have been leaving me some great comments, and I'm so thankful for you guys. And if you haven't yet left a comment for me, I do read every single comment. So if you feel inspired to share something with me, definitely post that down in the comments, especially relating to the content that I'm going to share in today's video. So here is the deal. This last weekend, I was working with a team member who I love very much. Her name's Mahara, and she messaged me and told me that she was having some issues with one of our training videos in setting up this domain that she was working on setting up and getting some emails attached to it. And so I got on the phone with her and investigated it a little bit, and come to find out what I think had happened was we were offering domains as a GoDaddy reseller to our community because we wanted to give people the lowest possible price. So as a reseller, we can actually offer a lower price than GoDaddy, which is kind of crazy, but it's true. And so we set up this reseller account, and one of the benefits that we had as a reseller is we were able to offer people 99 forwarding domains with or 99 forwarding email addresses with every domain they purchased. And so we were letting people know that was the case, helping them set up emails. Well, lo and behold, GoDaddy, I guess, changed that. I don't know if they changed that on all the reseller accounts, but they changed it on ours. And so I picked up the phone this Saturday, just 2 days ago, and I called my business partner and I said, "Hey, Mike, I think we might have a little bit of a challenge. Here's what's going on." And he said, "Well, let me look into it. I don't know if that's the case or not." And he started looking into it. And both of us, in a very calm way, started to look at what was happening. And that's the first tip. Successful people, it seems to me, what they do when a problem arises is they keep their cool. And I've noticed that sometimes when I hear from people who are having a problem, it's like the end of the world has come. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is terrible. Like this bad thing has happened. And what are we going to do?" They're like freaking out about it, right? And Mike and I, we didn't do that. We just said, okay, is there a challenge? What is the challenge? Let's see if we can figure that out. I actually got a great piece of advice from one of my early mentors. This is a guy who helped me to build my first 6-figure income from home. And he used to have this phrase, and I never understood it when he would say it. I had to think about it for a few years before I finally kind of got what he was trying to teach me. But he would always say, all events are equal. All events are equal. And I was so confused, like, what does that mean? But as I've thought about it over the years, I think what he was trying to teach me is that in life, good things happen and bad things happen. But the truth is, all events in life, without the meaning and the reaction and the response that we overlay onto those events, they are all equal. And it's only our perception and the meaning and the reaction that we overlay onto those events that makes them, good, bad, terrible, wonderful, amazing. It's our perception that we overlay, on top of these events. And so successful people do approach problems with a sort of a calm, serene, fact-based, let's just handle it. So that's tip number 1, approach problems with peace. The second tip is, as I was talking to Mike and we were figuring out what was going on, here's what Mike said in the middle of our conversation. He said, "Well, here's one solution." And then he presented this solution that we had been made aware of a few weeks ago thanks to one of our community members. Shout out to Todd, the G-Man. What's up, Todd? Thanks for this tip. But Todd had mentioned something on one of our masterminds, and Mike paid attention and investigated it and realized that this thing that Todd had shared would be a solution for this problem that we were now facing. And so Mike presented this solution in a very calm way. And as I listened to the way Mike did that, I realized that Mike was doing something that it seems all successful people do, and it's something that I've read about in books a lot. And this is a big deal. Mike was being solution oriented. Rather than focusing on the problem and getting all freaked out about it, he instantly came up with a solution, right? And so successful people, they're always looking for solutions. They're always looking for solutions. Unsuccessful people, they get stuck in the mud of a problem and they allow that problem to just like suck them into the ground so they can't move forward. But it was really cool to just see how Mike just calmly said, well, here's one solution. And then he presented that solution. And so that's the second thing that all successful people do is they're solution focused. They're always looking for solutions to various challenges that come up. The third thing that successful people do, now keep in mind, this was a Saturday, right? So this was a Saturday, and I told Mike, because Mahara had said, hey, no big deal. I know this is the weekend. You guys don't need to work on this over the weekend. And I told Mike, I said, hey, don't worry about this. It's the weekend. Don't worry about it. Well, within probably an hour or two after we had discussed the solutions and the different things we needed to do inside of our back office, Mike posted a video that he had created to be the solution for this thing that we were having a challenge with. He'd replaced the old video, he'd uploaded the new one, and I was able to instantly send that to Mahara. And then funny enough, later on that weekend, I think it was Sunday or maybe late Saturday night, and by the way, one thing I heard Mike say is he said, yeah, I wanted to get this done quickly because we have a lot of new people coming through the process and I don't want people to get stuck. And that's why he did it fast. Well, later on during the weekend, there was another comment in our Facebook group where this new person, this guy, he was like, hey, I'm trying to get my forwarding emails and it's not working. So he literally had the exact same problem that Mahara had, but because Mike had taken fast action to implement the solution, I was able to just grab the link and give it to this customer and he was on his merry way. So it's just so cool to be around people like Mike who are success-minded and do these three things. Number one, be peaceful as you approach various challenges. Number two, always look for solutions rather than be focused on problems. And then number three, be a fast action taker. Implement now. Don't implement next week. Like when you have something you know you need to do, like get it done, get it out of the way. You know, Brian Tracy calls it eat that frog in the morning. He says you should eat the frog. You should do the thing that you know you need to do that maybe you don't want to do. Don't procrastinate. Eat the frog right away. So these are the three tips that I wanted to pass along. Hopefully they have been of value to you today. And by the way, before I close out the video, if you're finding me for the first time and would like more content like this, I would love to invite you to subscribe to my email list so you can make sure and not to miss out on any future content. And the way you do that is just by visiting pipelinemoney.com. Put your name and email in. If you want to connect with me on the phone, put your phone number, but you don't have to put your phone number in, and that will get you on my email list. And also, while you're there, you can pick up a free gift from me that I'd like to give you as a thank you for subscribing to my email list. And that free gift is a video I created called 3 Free Residual Income Secrets. And it basically just teaches 3 of the biggest lessons that I learned on my journey to freedom that I really would love everyone to be aware of. These 3 big lessons are literally why finally, after a long road, I was finally able to disconnect my time from my money so that I'm now 100% totally financially free. And you can get that video for free when you go to pipelinemoney.com and subscribe to my email list. So thanks for watching. I love you. I believe in you. Get out there, make it a great day. Go for your dreams. And we will catch you in the next video or interaction. Take care and bye for now.